Hello everybody, I'm just here and welcome back to Shangri-La Frontier episode 20, in which we will witness the fight of Towa and Rei, or Pencil Gun. Yeah, Pencil Gun and Saiger Zero. I'm slowly, registering both of their names in my memory. And we will probably also find out what loot they got from the fight with Weathermon, from the quest, first and foremost from Setsuna's quest, and maybe we will deal with the fallout of, everybody knowing who did it, because there's gonna be a lot of changes with that, I would assume. Right, in the previous episode, the fight with Weathermon concluded. Weathermon just kinda resigned himself to his fate and went on to join Setsuna in the afterworld, or whatever it is. Then they went to give the quest back to the quest giver, to Setsuna. The quest was completed. They got some rewards, some items. We don't know what it is because they didn't do the loot review that they wanted. Because the loot review was interrupted by a system announcement worldwide in the game that one of the special creatures, one of the special monsters, unique monsters, has been defeated in a raid by Arthur Pencilgon, Sanraku, and what's K's in-game name? And Kei Uomi, but his in-game name. By those three. And that the state of the world has changed. The world story has progressed. We don't know how exactly. There's a guild, like librarian knowledge kind of guild, who, gets all the lore and categorizes and whatnot, and they themselves don't know what changed. And they're gonna have to try to figure out what has changed, and I wanna see that. I wanna see some changes. I'm excited for some changes. Then there is, of course, the Ray's sisters party, who is like, well, shit, someone was the first to defeat the unique monster. We were hoping to defeat the Lycagon, and we were hoping to be the first ones to do that. We focused our entire guild on defeating the Lycagon, and damn, someone else was first. And she doesn't know that her sister is, has connection to one of the raiders. And in general, a lot of stir has been caused by that. And Sanraku will have even more of a target on himself. He already had a target because of Emul, but now people are connecting the dots that, oh, that's the guy who had the bunny, who we don't know what that is, and nobody knows what it is. And now he defeated a world boss, right? Maybe there's some connection, maybe there's something about that. That's gonna be cool, that's gonna be interesting to see that. What else? We had the remnants of Ashurakai wait for our party to exit. Of course, Saiger Zero was summoned by Sanraku and she made short work of them. Towa got their loot and she offered all of that loot to Saiger in exchange for a fight. Because the one way to get rid of the PKer status is to get defeated. So she's not going to give it up that easily, right? She's not just going to kill over and die. She wants a fight with the sword master herself, and it's a nice fight. You can see Rei actually using all of her abilities, right? Demon form, angel form, dark black hole, shit like that. It's fun. It's fun. She casts her like ultimate skill kind of thing, and now Towa has been caught, or Arthur Pencilgon has been caught in the blast, and that's where it cut off. So we don't know what happened. We don't know what's gonna happen. Phew. Exciting. But I hope future episodes, at least like 1, 2 episodes. At least this episode, I hope it will not be that exciting. I want to see some slice of life stuff. I want to see maybe Sanraku meet up with Dragonfly. I want to see I want to see them go through the loot review. I want to see them go through new gained levels. I want to see Sanraku visit Rabbituza, right? I want to see those fun things. I want to see maybe Rei and Sanraku go and explore the new additions to the game, because it's something that's been teased for quite a while now, that there are new things in the game, new lands, there's naval combat, shit like that. Let us explore it. Let us see that. Let Sanraku buy a boat or something. That would be really cool. And then we can go back to our usual excitement, right? We can go back to creating a raid party to defeat another unique monster or whatever. But for now, I wanna, cool down a little bit after the whole arc of the Weathermon fight, because it was a whole ass arc that was just a fight. So hopefully they're gonna chill with that a little bit. We'll see, though, what's gonna happen in this episode, and to do that you will need your subs, of course, to follow along with me. I'm gonna need my sound to hear what's going on in the show. And I'm gonna have to ask you for support. Support the channel if you want monetarily on Patreon or YouTube down below, or not. Share my content, spread the word. It costs you absolutely nothing and helps the channel a lot. And now, with all of that out of the way, that's gonna be it. What? What? What am I saying? No, it's not gonna be it from me for today. We're not ending this episode yet. On the contrary, we're only starting. So, where did I stop? Subs, sound, I'm gonna have to ask you for support the channel if you want monetarily on Patreon or YouTube down below, or not. Share my content, spread the word, costs you nothing, helps a lot. And with that, we can start watching episode 20 of Shangri-La Frontier in 3, 2, 1, go. That's how you do it. Whew. I guess I just had a little bit of fun overload, maybe. Right before watching Shangri-La, I had a lot of fun with the new episode of Sasaki and Pichan, so that was cool. That really bumped up my mood. Now I get to watch Shangri-La Frontier. I went back to making games in Unreal. I'm having fun. And wait, is it a new opening? I don't recall those text things appearing in the OP. Huh? Am I tripping? Or I might be tripping. But I don't recall those text things in the OP. I know, I'm not sure. Whatever, doesn't matter. Or maybe they were here. The text, the board with like danger, danger title was there. I remember that, so I'm probably just tripping. Current situations and next steps. Yes, please, and thank you. And I'm assuming that is all of Towa's loot on the ground? Yes, she just dropped all her loot, literally. They don't give a fuck. They see loot, they pick it up. Afraid, aren't we? Right, and both of you are autistic. And of course, Rei is not gonna break the ice either. Which is 0. Let's explore the new update. Yeah. Okay, no misunderstanding. Good. Ah, shit. Okay, the situation solved itself at least. Saved by the game system. No, it's yours now. It was a long fight, yes. And the energy drinks are wearing off. Oh, Emul! Sanraku's back! Your husband has returned! Aww. Pat her head and say everything's gonna be daijoubu. Exactly. Yep. Oh, servers again? Huh. Okay. Whomst. Sakai Tsuguyogi, PR department. Why? Okay, so essentially sequence break. Why is it that important, though, that someone performs a sequence break? I guess you're gonna have to fight with indigestion. No normal person does. This is a lab. This is not a software company. Executive producer. I like her choker necktie thing. What's so heavily guarded? And why? It's just a fucking game. Or is it? Ah? World Creative Administrator. Everyone's looking so intense. I mean, yeah, they did it without any glitches or bugs. For sure. Oh? Yeah, but it's supposed to be beatable. Right, lore over balance, right? Fair. I'm with the choker lady here. Game designer versus writer, eh? Uh... what a shit show. Right in the solar plexus. Mm-hmm. Oh, straight into the stomach. How could they even have made this game and not killed each other? She's sleeping good tonight. Or not sleeping. I mean, could go either way. I guess you could say it that way. If you even approach him in the real world, which is not a given quite yet. Still asleep? No. Rise and shine. With a burger for breakfast. Yeah, we still haven't gone through loot review. Why are you crying, Emul? Probably for as long as you were locked out. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cultivate. Are we wuxia now? Here, Sanraku, eat this elixir. It's gonna raise you to Martial Supreme 7. Okay. Color me interested. At least he's not crying anymore. Maybe it's both materials, right? Receiver, positioner, transmitter. Those don't seem like something from this era of the world. Lightless barons. Oh, map expansion. Or yeah, probably. I would say somewhere past the techno ruins. Since you need like receiver, transmitter, right? It would make sense. Yeah? You started at like 51 or so, and now it's 70 something. Loot! 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 Okay, finally. Tome of Truth, the Tomb Guard. Lore. Whatever. Throw it away. Yeah. Clear Sky skill. Oh, you can learn Clear Sky? Oh boy! And the sword's gonna come in useful because it's probably a technique that you can only use with a sword, isn't it? Oh boy! Okay, divinity equipment. Yeah, and you can learn it if you find divinity equipment. Oh shit. Yeah? And what's the third thing? Oh? Inventoria key. What is that? And can you even equip it? Oh, bag of holding kind of thing. You can like open an additional equipment storage or something. Okay. Yeah. That's really good. Okay, so you don't even equip it, so his tattoo is not gonna, prevent using it. Can you stuff Emily inside to always have her with you? I mean, PK safe storage is always appreciated. Oh, I guess he transported himself. Okay, so it doesn't like allow you to reach in and take stuff out. Full suits of mounts? Those are mounts. And armor. Huh. That's a lot of stuff. I expected it to be empty, but no, it already comes loaded up with good items. And she's wearing just random starter gear, it seems. Cool. I like how she just reset to 0. I like it. I really like Toa. Okay. Yeah, Setsuna Toa, you could say so. Or just talk to Vash. Unless the parts that Sanraku needs for Vash come from Bahamut. Why would you quit such a good game? Yeah. Is that the Lightless Barons? No, that's Lycagon Arena, right? Yeah, that's Lycagon. Smiling Lycagon. New chapter. Venturing wolves be ambitious. Huh. Interesting. Is it like where the first volume of the light novel ended or something? Interesting. We have like 5 more episodes left and we're seemingly beginning a whole new arc. Like usually you would end the show here. It seems like a pretty damn good stopping point, doesn't it? But it continues. And it doesn't have enough episodes left to cover a whole new, like, full arc. Ending with a battle with Lycagon or whatever comes next, right? Second season when? Maybe. Hopefully. I had so much fun today. As I said, first a good episode of Sasaki Topi-chan, and now a good episode of Shangri-La Frontier. Today couldn't have gotten any better, honestly. A speedrunner's visit to the Hidden Flower Grave. Okay, so we get her full visit. Right, still gotta go through first, yeah, through the snake. Oh, and she's just been speedrunning. Yeah, just speedrunning the game. Right, still on the same day before the area closes off. What does it say at the top? Number 25? 25 is the last episode, so I know. I cannot, of course, translate it. Actually, I lied. I can Google Translate to the rescue. Let's watch this episode again, of course. As I go and translate. What does it say? From Japanese to English. Images. Paste. Japanese, I said. ShanFro Theater number 25 Hidden Garden Grave Visit RTA. Oh, it was just credits for the mini. Duh. And it was probably the 25th mini, right? Because we had an episode that had multiple minis in them. Okay, yeah, makes sense actually. And here I was hopeful that it's like hidden text saying something like, "Oh, episode 25 will not be the last one," or something like that. Too early for that, I guess. Maybe episode 25 will have, in the end, something like, "Oh, see you soon," or episode second season has been greenlit, or something like that. I don't know. That's a lot of loot. And I love their reaction to it, just immediately jumping into collecting it. And giving it all to Ray, of course. Social skills of a professional gamer, yeah. Yeah, gaming buddies. I like that we're not going for some sort of misunderstanding here. I'm sick and tired of misunderstandings in romance series and in romance plots. I fucking hate misunderstandings. I'm glad that's not what we're going for here. And unfortunately, Sanraku didn't hear the whole explanation. Creepy sword is still here. And you should probably keep it, because Weathermon's skills were used with a sword. And you might need a sword to execute them. When you learn them, of course. Emul waiting for him, inhaling the scent of his pillow. I love Emul. I love her so much. And this is what this scene, those like first few scenes, really made me believe that I'm onto something with Shangri-La Frontier being something more. As I said multiple times, maybe some sort of a portal to an existing world, maybe a government experiment, maybe something. Because we see this sort of like, you know, heavily, intensely lit, intensely shadowed art. And you see all those people looking so incredibly intense, like it was a different show completely, right? And I'm feeling, oh, it's like, you know, a government program or something, or they're experimenting on people's brains, or whatever is going on here. Because you like wouldn't have this sort of a lab essentially just to develop a game, would you? But yeah, all those feelings were just immediately alleviated. He looks extremely intense, but he relies on stomach medicine. Chinese herbal digestive medicine, no less. And you know that the intensity is just played for laughs. I love her design. I really like this choker necklace kind of thing. And yeah, we're again making fun of the security here. Original text reference room, and she's just a singular writer enclosed in a room of absolutely fucking nothing. And it looks like a lab where they would be taking people's brains out and stuffing them in jars, but it's just a writer. JP Alert app. I was hoping I can like recognize the... I don't think it's any sort of a programming language. I think it might just be like markdown text with some images and stuff. I don't know. And everyone is looking so incredibly intense. Everybody is so harshly lit and so harshly shadowed. But it turns out it's just a comedy. It's just fun. It's just bullshit. There is no like big world-spanning plan here. There is no connection to the other world. No, they just made the game and they're rivals. Because she wants the bosses to be lore accurately strong, and she wants the bosses to be beatable and well balanced, and it's an endless struggle between them. I love it. It's great. I said Ashurakai couldn't do it, but those three did. And I still jumped into Network Protocol. I'm unfamiliar with it. Whatever. Yeah, I still expected something here, right? Something, well, not necessarily sinister or whatever, but maybe like, oh, they kind of destroyed our plans. They beat Weathermon outside of the sequence, and the whole experiment relies on the world bosses being defeated in sequence, so we need to send sad people in black suits to them to kindly ask them to not do that, or, right? I fully expected something like that to happen, but no, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Everything is just intense for no reason. Everything just looks sinister for no reason, or rather for fun. And this scene makes it abundantly clear that, yeah, it's just supposed to be played for laughs and nothing more. There's nothing sinister going on that we know of. I mean, there still might be something, but probably not. Probably not. And he comes in with stomach pain. Utopia's crown jewel is the fully immersive VR game Shangri-La Frontier. She designed the world and she balanced it right. interesting that Weathermon being defeated first would be any sort of a sequence break, though. Right? Like, usually the order the bosses are defeated in doesn't matter, or shouldn't matter if the game is designed well. Either you lock further bosses behind earlier bosses, right? Like, you have to defeat boss A, then you get a key to the Shadow Grove. You go to the Shadow Grove, and that's where the boss B is. And from boss B, you get a light bracelet, which is equipment that is necessary to beat boss C. Which means that you cannot beat boss C without beating boss B, and you cannot beat or even get to boss B without beating boss A, right? You usually do something like that if you want to ensure that there is a correct sequence to it. Or you program the game in a way where the bosses are independent of each other, and there isn't any necessary sequence. So it's a good game, but they didn't fully think the result, the design through, did they? And Ray, of course, yeah, he asked me to come to him. He wants me by his side, and he gave me so many gifts. We might even talk to each other in the real world at this pace. I like that Sanaraku, or Rakuro, in this case, he's not the, like, archetype of, how do I call it? Sweaty hikikomori gamer, like you often see in shows like that, right? I like that he did, initially, when someone was ripping it off, I fully expected this to be, for example, his mother ripping it off and barging in and waking him up because how can you sleep until noon? It's midday already, wake up, right? That's usually how it goes. But no, Rakuro woke up decently early, grabbed himself a bite, right? He's still responsible, he still works within the world, he still, takes a shower and eats and goes to school and does all that jazz. And is responsible enough to wake up early and is responsible enough to know when to go to sleep, right? I like it. I really, really like it. Riot Blood. He likes this energy drink so much, he even has a poster for it. I wonder, as a promo product, are they selling Riot Blood energy drinks in Japan? Because that would be amazing. Actually, let me Google that real quick. Riot Blood energy drink. There's Riot energy drink. Not Riot Blood, and not with this design. Riot Pop with cannabis, apparently. Not Riot Blood. Let me say Riot Blood energy drink. Japan. Nope. Riot. Missed opportunity, I dare say. Like, get into a partnership with, I don't know, Monster or Rockstar or Red Bull or whatever and produce a couple of cans of it. Why not? And Emul's been crying all this time. I love Emul. Weathermon was quite strong indeed. He departed satisfied. Cultivate and open the way. Cultivate is like only one association that I have in my mind, and it's wuxia. Would you like to know the truth of this world? And to know the truth of this world, you need a few items. Vorpal Epic, and you need Receiver Delta, Positioner Delta, Transmitter Delta. And I'm assuming that they drop from Bahamut. Or you otherwise need to defeat Bahamut first to gain access to them. Where is Shangri-La? There it is. Receiver Delta Positioner Delta Transmitter Delta drop from or are gated by Bahamut. Either Bahamut stands guard at the entrance to the Lightless Barrens, and you need to go through the Bahamut to be able to get access to those Delta items, or they just straight up drop from the Bahamut. We'll see. It's not on the map. We have Frontier, Thordrima, Second Dale, Rampant Forest, all of that. Iron Ruins of the Divinity. We know that Sanraku needs Divine Machinery, or whatever it's called, Divine Device, whatever. And Iron Ruins of the Divinity have that techno-magical look to them, and names Receiver, Positioner, Transmitter are very clearly technological, so I would assume Lightless Barrens are somewhere somewhere in that direction on the map. Somewhere there. Probably. Yeah, you won't find it on a chintzy map like that. You gotta buy a new one from Pete. Assuming Pete even carries that map, because maybe it's just an unmapped area of the game. And you get a map for it only once you arrive there. Huh. Hidden area, eh? It's an area way ahead of where I am. Possibly. Entirely possible that it is. And I like it because it gives us a nice goal for progression, for the overarching story. We have the goal of beating Lycagon already, and now we have another goal of getting to the Lightless Barrens wherever they might be, right? We have a nice progression, so that even if one goal gets achieved, even if Sanraku defeats Lycagon, for example, within the next 5 episodes, maybe the finale will actually be a fight with the Lycagon. We'll see. Even if he does that, there's still another goal. Or if he reaches Lightless Barrens before defeating Lycagon, then the goal of defeating Lycagon is still there. I like it. It's cool. Good storytelling. Unique scenarios do kind of seem like endgame content. They very much do. Sweet Naive, Emul, and yeah, level 78. A lot of skills. Evolved Drill Piercer into Glowing Pierce, Skatefoot in Drift Step, Parry Protect, Split Second React, Best Step Moon Jumper, Hunger Wolf Transient, 5 Boat Leap, 6 Boat Leap, Vorpal Blade Tech Moon's Reflection into Vorpal Blade Tech Moon's Reflection V3, Sharp Turn into Choice of Skill, and then Ignition, Overheat, Great Clamp, Dualism, Nitro Gain, Boundless Slash, Assassin Pierce level max, and Infight level max. A couple of those have levels, couple of them don't, which means that Sanraku now has a couple more skills that he can connect, that he can join and merge and get some even newer skills. Nice. There's more, there's the loot. Indeed, the most important part, isn't it? Tome of Truth, the Tomb Guard. Chapter 1, The Birth of Weathermon the Tomb Guard. Long, long ago, during the age called the Divinity, a trivial misunderstanding led Weathermon to tell a small lie in a moment of weakness that resulted in Setsuna's death. This is what caused Weathermon to pledge himself to eternal protection of her grave. Setsuna knew Weathermon all too well, and so, in her moment of death, she made a wish. As not even death will stop him from guarding my grave, I pray that someone will stop him. Yeah, we already knew that. Clear Sky Skillbook, digital record of sword techniques, multiple, left by a Divinity-era swordmaster. So we know that Weathermon is from the Divinity era, which is the Divinity, Ruins of Divinity. It's connected. And probably, yeah, I guess at every step we are, how do I say it, validating my assumptions, my theories that there was some past civilization that was highly advanced. It fell for some reason, and this new medieval era civilization rose in its place. Clear Sky Skill Book, yeah. The strikes recorded within can cleave the heavens, pierce the earth, and clear dark clouds. Divinity equipment is required to decipher and master them. I assume that either the Divinity Ruins or some other area that has Divinity Ruins in it also contains Divinity equipment, where you insert this cube like a memory card or something, and it pops up a menu where you can pick a skill. And maybe one Divinity equipment can only teach you one skill, so you have to find like all the Divinity Ruins to learn all the skills from within this cube or something like that. Cool. I really like it as a game mechanic. I really do. And it also gives Sanraku another long-term goal. Learning those techniques. Finding the Divinity equipment. We have so many goals now. We have so many storylines that we can follow. It's cool. I like it. And yeah, Clear Sky is exactly what Weathermon used. He's excited. And the last piece of loot is an accessory. Inventoria key. Both the door and the key to a storage space, literally a door to a warehouse, basically. I thought it's something like, you know, it's just flavor text, but you just tap it and it opens a menu where you have like 50 slots for equipment or something, and you just take it out and put it back in. But no, it's a whole entire pocket dimension that you can enter physically. Cool. Cool. Seems much more useful than I initially thought. It becomes a part of the user, which means that he can equip it despite not being able to equip items. Essentially a character upgrade. Acts like a warehouse, yeah. With infinite storage space, that's the big thing here. You can essentially store anything and everything there. The price you pay for that is a little bit of mana, and that you have to like physically enter. You cannot just, you know, during a fight, you can't just open a menu and pick items from it. You have to teleport yourself there, pick the item, teleport yourself back out. So it's something that you can use in between fights or whenever that you have the freedom to do so, but not as helpful during a fight, for example. And yeah, he disappeared again. He's gonna be back and Emu's gonna be crying again. Storage space. And yeah, I was wondering what those things are. And I'm still not sure. They look either like summons that you can take into a fight with you, because some of them are non-humanoid, or armor that you can use, the humanoid ones, and the mounts, like the tiger thing on the left, that looks like a mount. I know, could be either, could be both. There's a turtle on the right as well. They look like Zords from Power Rangers. I wonder if they can combine. Yeah, plenty of interesting stuff. Non-standard armament wire, non-standard armament blade, harbinger, keep out wire. Keep out wire, I would assume it's some sort of a trap, maybe you set up. Blade. So it's filled with divinity equipment, it would seem. Like divinity rank equipment. Or certainly non-standard, which is probably something that you just cannot get into the in the game itself. Interesting. I really like how Towa has changed throughout the show. I really like her. I really enjoy her as a character. I really truly do. And I hope that Towa, Sanraku, and Kei, Katso, that's his in-game name. Yeah, Sanraku, Pencil Gon, and Katso will join forces again. And maybe we'll travel together, even. Although, that's something interesting. I don't think they would necessarily make a team that like travels the world together. I don't think that's what we're going for here. I think they will very much remain solitary. And then it happens that, oh, Sanraku finds out how to defeat another world boss, so he calls up Towa and Katso, Pencil Gun and Katso, invites them for the raid, and they beat another world boss, and then they just split up. And then Katso finds something, and he calls them back, and right? I think it's going to be something like that, rather than all four of them, Emil included, traveling the world and going through the quests together. I don't think they quite have this sort of a relationship. Rather, ad hoc fights together when support is needed than traveling together all the time. Flowers stay in bloom for 5 minutes unless you put them in your equipment, in your inventory. Pencil Gun really speaks with a lot of love almost towards Setsuna, doesn't she? And yeah, find the Bahamut. And of course she will. She's motivated. Why are we shown this? Why are we shown Lycagon? Lycagon always seemed like that long-term goal. And now he just randomly appears and smiles. I wonder why. Is it time for Sanraku to defeat him? Or are those the sunless plains, or whatever it was that Vash mentioned? Could be. Or maybe the key to entering the sunless plains is to defeat the Lycagon. Huh. Venturing Wolves Be Ambitious. New chapter. This is a very unique board that appears, right? It's not like the title of the next episode. Just new chapter, which tells me new arc, new volume of the light novel, basically. I wonder which is it. And yeah, we have a nice mini of Pencil Gun just speed running through the game because she wants to get to Setsuna ASAP. Secret route to Thardrima. Sanraku didn't need any secret routes. Yeah, getting some armor. Getting the flowers, not caring about the quest, just about the reward. Using speedrunning techniques. She was really hoping to see Setsuna again. I like what they're having with each other. I really do. And she'll be back. There we go. There we go. Very nice episode. Very, very nice episode of Shangri-La Frontier. Basically exactly what I expected, exactly what I hoped for. I couldn't have hoped for a better episode, to be honest with you. It's cool. I really, really enjoyed it. We finally got the loot review. We finally got the progression in the in the Rabituza questline. That's cool. We have a metric ton of new goals, of new storylines that we will have to follow. It really seems like the world has expanded again, and not just in one direction, but in multiple, right? We still have the Lycagon. Now we also have the Bahamut. Now we also have the Sunless Plains. Now we also have all the Delta equipment, right? Now we have all those stuff. Now we also still have the new update to explore, right? There's a lot. There's a lot. The world has opened up, and there's a lot of potential in the stories that can be told here. I liked that this episode didn't have particularly much in terms of like fighting dynamic excitement thing. We very much needed that, and I can see the next episode also being fairly similar. I see the next episode also being Sanraku combining his skills, getting a new map, trying to figure out the best route towards the Sunless Plains, right? I can see an episode being... I can see the next episode also containing Sanraku running away from some people who want to ask him about the raid, or who want Emul, or who want to ask his secrets. I can see him being hounded by the lore nerds that we met in the previous episode. I can see all of that happening. I absolutely can. And it's going to be super fun. And I hope it's going to be a while still until we get into another big battle. And I also wonder what's that next battle gonna be, but I have a sneaking suspicion it's gonna be Lycagon. I have a sneaking suspicion it's gonna be Lycagon. They wouldn't have shown Lycagon here at the end of the episode if, like, for no reason. So unless it's to show us that, oh yeah, Lycagon still exists, by the way, and he also grew in strength for some reason, I fully expect the finale of this season to be a fight with Lycagon. And like a couple of episodes leading to that, which would leave us with like 2 episodes of traveling, slice of lifey stuff, buying new equipment, stuff like that. Lycagon, it raises a very interesting question too. What happens when Sanraku defeats him? Does he start wearing gear again? Or does the tattoo evolve? I would prefer the latter, to be honest with you. I really get used to Sanraku's design, and I think his design would be made much more just generic and plain if he were to start wearing plate armor or whatever. I prefer him as a half-naked birdman, and I hope he stays this way. So it really raises a question what happens when Lycagon gets defeated. Because nothing would be stopping Sanraku from equipping armor then, unless he doesn't want to, or the sigil, the tattoo, just starts giving him more stats, so he doesn't need armor. That would be nice. That would be very, very nice, actually. We'll see. I love Emul, already said that. The things with the game development studio, I'm not sure what to think of it. Like, sure, okay, it was played for laughs, pretty much entirely just for laughs. On one hand, I like it, because it was funny, and because it gives me some answers. On the other, I'm not sure if I maybe would have preferred to still think that there is something more about it. Because they really showed this like server and the updates and all that stuff when it mattered a lot and in fairly like sinister-ish way. But now we have a confirmation that no, nothing like that actually. It's just a normal game that a couple of weirdos made. And, right? I don't know, I'm not sure. I enjoyed it. For what it's worth though, it just kind of destroys one of my theories. I guess it could still be possible, but I know. We'll see. I just hope we don't get much more time spent with them, because as fun as this scene was, I still would have preferred to spend that time with Sanraku and the gang, if I'm to be honest with you. So I hope it doesn't become a staple where we follow the, what's his face, Sakai. We follow him around as he buys stomach medicine, because it would just be fucking boring and get me to the real stuff. Hopefully not. I'm looking at their names and I'm trying to maybe connect them to any characters that we know. Surnames in particular. But yeah, I don't think any of the surnames are anywhere similar to the people we know. So yeah, probably no connection at all. I don't know. I'm like trying to find something that would tie in the game world with the game studio a little bit closer than they made the game. And that's it, right? I'm just trying to look for something, but I'm not sure if there is anything. I don't know. We'll see in future episodes, in the next arc. And maybe there's gonna be something. I don't know. Again, We'll see. I wonder how's the game gonna change after Sanraku and the team did the sequence break there. Are they gonna release a hotfix? A new patch that removes the sequence break possibility? Are they gonna do something to alleviate that? I don't know. But it could be cool. It could be really interesting, and it also could be interesting if Sanraku and the gang keeps breaking the sequence and keeps beating bosses out of order and keeps doing things that shouldn't have been possible, and the people at the game studio are just ripping hair out of their heads because how the fuck is it possible? How the fuck did we not think of that? That could also be fun. Again, we'll see in the future episodes though. Right now it's gonna be it from me for today. So as always, you guys, tell me what did you think of this episode in the comments down below. What did you think of them, of my reaction and my theories, stuff like that. Like this video if you did like it. Subscribe to be notified of future videos, not only Shangri-La Frontier but also Freeren. Majo Record, the finale, will be releasing soon or has already released. Majo Toyaju, Metallic Rouge, plenty others coming in the future. I also stream sometimes, so click the bell to be notified of when I go live. Support the channel if you want monetarily on Patreon or YouTube. On Patreon down below for $10 a month you get early access to non-seasonal shows like Magia Record and whatever replaces it. For $5 you get to vote for what replaces it, and for just $1 you get a role on the Discord and a place in the credits. You can also support me directly on YouTube via memberships, super thanks, super chats, stuff like that. And if you don't want to spend any money whatsoever, share my content, spread the word. It costs you absolutely nothing and helps the channel a lot. And now, with all of that out of the way, that's gonna be it from me for today. So as always, you guys do the good stuff, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Cheers! And here's my wonderful Patreons: QB, Without a Net, Survivor, Zayrenek, Dr. Watt, Akamancer, Marsh, Yuka, Life Hustle, and Hans Peter. And you can join them without having to... I don't know, I have no idea.